All right, welcome back. This is Raghu Banda, and today in the week 4, unit 4, we will be talking about how can I leverage the predictive services that are available as part of the SAP Analytics Cloud and build some machine learning. So this is one of the other options like we are discussing as we have discussed in the unit 2 about the various different approaches. Let us now get into the meat of this discussion. So as we know, SAP Analytics Cloud, SAP Analytics Cloud is one of the solutions from SAP, which will have both it's like a complete end-to-end solution, which improves your decision making, and you have all your analytics capabilities in one place. It is also contextual, right? You can gain insights, and you can take this action in context, and then you can do some kind of actions based out of that. And it, of course, is certainly faster and smarter because there are a lot of AI-driven intelligent insights available as part of the uh, uh, tool or the product. So in this session, we will be focusing on the augmented analytics part of it or the predictive analytics part of it, because this is one of the approaches where the end users or the customers can leverage this. As on the bottom, you see the platform services. Of course, it has a different kind of services that are available that you can leverage. And on the topmost, you see the digital boardroom or the UI, how you can create the stories, how you can build the analytical applications, and what are the other types of MS Office integration that you have. And also it can be available as a catalog as a centralized portal or also on a mobile app for both iOS and Android. You also notice that there are three different pillars as part of the SAP Analytics Cloud. You have the business intelligence, which is where you have the BI dashboarding and the user stories that are created. And on the other end, you have the planning capabilities where you can do a lot more event-driven workflows and other things. And then in the middle, you see the augmented analytics, which includes your conversational aspects of analytics and also the automated analytics and the SAP HANA-based APL algorithms and how you can do predictions on based out of the user interfaces or the stories that you have built. So not only the BI, not only the intelligence aspect and the planning aspect, but also you can do predictions in addition to that. So the three important aspects of augmented analytics are: one, the conversational aspect of it, how you can converse with the application and provide better results, how you can automate and you can detect the drivers of a KPI and how you can take the next best action, and how you can, the third aspect is the predictive aspect of it. So you can, these are the three main aspects within the augmented analytics part of it. So as part of the conversational analytics, yes, what we do, you can ask questions in a natural language way, and then you can provide responses, or you can provide responses, and results are provided as per, and then the charts or the insights are shown. On the automated and the predictive aspect of it, let us look into a few more things around that. So when I talk about the automated and the predictive aspect of it, there are 3 to 4 different ways of how you do, right? Like you have a search to insight concept of it. So as a business user, I want to understand what is happening in my business. This is where your search to insight aspect of it, or your a user can ask questions, and a autocomplete option is provided, and then NLP assisted user will help the user when they are asking the questions. The user can select a query from these generated proposals, and then they automatically execute the query, and then the results are provided. So basically what you're doing is that you're searching and the insights are provided. And while you're searching, the natural language search is being provided with some additional recommendations. Then, now that you got the insights, how you can make these insights much more smarter. For example, I would like to know what is behind a particular number. You see different kinds of charts. The user selects a particular data point, and now you want to dive through into that and find who are the top contributors, who are the influencers. The user can embed insight in a chart or find additional insights. So that is the second aspect of it. The third aspect of is the smart discovery. Now you want to understand, you have found the insights, you have identified the smarter insights out of it. Now you want to discover why a particular thing has happened. So you can select a particular figure or a thing from a table or a chart, and you can automatically analyze the data, and you can kind of build a story around it, and then analyze it, and you can attach it into your data exploration techniques. So finally, now let us go into the other level of the smart predict options. Now that you have done this, what else can you do? You can also do additional predictions based out of that. In a regular traditional analytics world, you have your data preparation, you have a data preparation phase, and then you have your BI and planning modeling, and then the story design and consumption happens. With augmented analytics with smart predict, there is this additional smart predict option which will build additional predictive model in a few clicks. So this predictive model you can build on top of your BI dashboards, or you can build on top of your planning models, and then provide some predictions. In the example that we talked today, we'll build based out of a planning model that is available. So bottom line, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to achieve automated ML process and choose the best possible model with no data science skills needed. So this is as simple as it seems for the end user. So for the business user who doesn't have the data science knowledge, this tool of SAP Analytics Cloud with the augmented analytics provides you all the needed details. And this was based on the statistical learning theory by Vladimir Vapnik, based out of his research and theory. So that is what we see here. Before we jump into the demo, I quickly want to show what we are trying to do here. See, right? You kind of get into the SAP Predictive Analytics, SAP Analytics Cloud, and then you have you can create a predictive scenario depending on this or one of the different options. So here in this option, what we are trying to do, we're trying to pick and choose one of the using the HANA based APL algorithms. We are building some of these predictions. All that is what we are trying to do. We can pick up and choose a classification scenario or a regression scenario or time series scenario. These are mainly this particular approach, like I've explained earlier, it is mainly that for many reasons we could do. A business user want to create some quick dashboards or quick templates that can show quick predictions so that the end users can see and identify, or the senior management, executive management can understand, hey, this is possible, and then they can go into full length development of that or realize that scenario. So the functionality might be coming in from S4 processes or your S4 whitelisted CDS views. You can take that CDS view, you can acquire the data in the SAC and build your you can build your predictive models on top of that and visualize it. In the example demo that I'm showing, we'll go a bit further. We have a S4 model, and on top of that there is a planning model that was built, and on that we do the predictions. The demo here. So let us go into the demo part. So here what we are trying to do, here we are trying to analyze, there are, in the SAP Analytics Cloud, we have this particular measure, the amount measure, and we have the cost centers and the GL accounts. And based on this particular cost center, a lot of GL account, we have the GL account and different kinds of costs are here. And depending on this, you know the actual expenses in 2016, 2017, in these particular years. So we can, you notice that in 2016 you have 42,000, in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and then what you can do, now you want to do the forecasting for 2021. Here you will notice that there are some predictive forecasts. This is based out of an earlier model that we have already created. So what I will do as part of this demo, I will try to kind of delete this predictive forecast, and then we will create another model. So let us do that. let us now, okay, I have deleted these different models, different forecasts, and now let me go into the actual model. Like I've mentioned, this model is based out of the S4HANA data. On top of that, I have my planning data, and here I have the GL account, the cost center, and the other variables. So we are based out of the GL account, the cost center, and the GL account. Those are my measures. That is what I'm trying to measure. Okay, so if you go into the measures, yeah, you will see what are the different things here. I have the amount, I have the capacity, the control, all other different measures that are here. Let me now go back and let us see the cost center. So in the cost center, you will see all the different kinds of costs. These are the dimensions. So this is the model structure that you have. And here in the cost center, you see the different kind of things here. Let us now try to run a model. There is no model 4 created. So let us now create a model 4. So I can create the model based on the actual data, the budgeted data, the planning, or the forecasted. So let us take the version of the actual data. Now my predictive goal, I have to identify the account. I identify the predictive goal amount, and I want to do a number of forecasts, 11 for the next 11 months. And I would do a predictive model training, right? So here my entities I want to pick up are the cost center and GL accountant, the GL account and the cost center. So those are the two things I will be picking up. Let us pick up these two things, the cost center and the GL account. And now let me go into here. I will click on the button, the train and forecast, and all the magic will happen now. So while the magic is happening, let us go and check a model 3 which was already created. Yeah, so here you see the top entities. Here on the bottom you see the mean map and the training issues that are all there. On the top you see the top entities, and then what are the top entities? You could see the unassigned payroll benefits, the back office benefits, and the other things. And on the bottom entities, you can see the legal and auditing and the computer supply and other things. So I can pick up one of these top entities and analyze based out of this. So cost center, the GL accountant, the cost center is you see the actual and the forecasted values. So these are actual and forecasted values are pretty much in line, which is a good thing because my planning models were working very well, which means you can see the forecasts that are available for the next 11 months. And then if you go into the explanation part of it, then you can see the actual explainability behind that. You can see the different cycles, the trend, the cycles. This shows the trend. This line shows the trend, and this line shows the cycles. Based out of this, you could see the different explanation behind this particular model. So it looks like my model 4 is trained. So now let us come back here. And one last thing I have to do, I have to save my forecast. So once I save my forecast, magically these figures will appear in my column, which I have shown, which I have deleted the results. So let us wait. Okay, now I'm applying that. Once I save it, it will apply. Now let us go back into my figure here in my table here, and you will, in the chart here, and you will see magically all the results will apply because they have been applied, and then you will see, you will notice that. All right, so we got all these results here. So let us go back to our demo. So with this, we have we have noticed that how we could leverage SAP Analytics Cloud Predictive Services functionality, or the Smart Predict functionality, which is built on top of my S4 HANA model, which is the data is coming in from S4. And on top of that, I have planning data as well, which was built in the SAC. And then on top of that, I've done the predictions. The key takeaways here are obviously reduce time to benefit. You can lower the cost with one integrated solution. You can scale your needs with easy extensibility. And there is rapid innovation with these AI-driven insights. And with this, I would close this session. Thank you all for your participation, for tuning in from different locations. I appreciate your time and efforts in attending this openSAP session. Thank you all. Have a good day. Happy predicting the future with SAP technologies.